Hello all. Today we are going to learn the third type of animal tissue, that is muscle tissue or muscular tissue. Now in the previous class we have learned that this muscle tissue helps in bringing movements of our body. So the movements can be anything like doing any kind of physical activity, moving, jumping, running, or the movement in our internal organs such as heart pumping the blood and movement of food in the alimentary canal. Yes? So all these movements in our body is brought about by this muscle tissue. Now this muscle tissue is made up of cells called muscle cells. Now these muscle cells, they are elongated and they are large sized, so we call them as muscle fibers. So what are the muscle fibers? These are the muscle cells which are elongated and large sized. So these are muscle fibers. So the movement of our body is brought about by this contraction and relaxation of muscle proteins called actin and myosin, which are present in muscle cells. Now these muscle cells are arranged parallelly. That means they have a parallel arrangement. The cells are parallelly arranged for them to work effectively. Now we will learn about the types of muscle tissues. So based on their location, structure and function, muscle tissues are classified into three types. So what are those three types of muscle tissues? So first one is striated muscles, second one smooth muscles, and the third one is cardiac muscle. Now if you see the first one, that is striated muscle. So these striated muscles are called striped, skeletal and voluntary muscles. Once again I repeat, we call striated muscles as striped, skeletal and voluntary muscles. So why we are calling it as with these names? It is because if you see the structure of this muscle cell, you can find the striations, the stripes. So it is showing the dark band with the striations and the light bands. So it is because of this light and dark bands, we call this striated muscles as striped muscles. Now if you see the skeletal muscle, so why we are calling it as skeletal muscles? Now these type of muscles, they are attached to our bones, to our skeletal system and helps in giving the movements. So hence we are calling them as skeletal muscles. And then these muscles are responsible for the voluntary movements. That means they work according to our will and wish. So whenever you want to give a movement of any particular part of your body, this is possible. It is because of this striated muscles. Okay, so that's why we are calling them as voluntary muscles. So we are calling striated muscles as striped, skeletal and voluntary muscles. Now coming to the structure of this muscle cell or muscle fiber. Now if you can look at here, it is cylindrical in shape. The muscle fiber is cylindrical in shape and they are multinucleated. You can find here many nucleus. They are multinucleated, and whereas this nucleus is located just beneath the plasma membrane, and you can find here striations. So this is what the structure of this striated muscle. And coming to the functions of this striated muscles is giving the voluntary movements. So any voluntary movement in our body is because of this striated muscle. The second type of muscle tissue is smooth muscles. Now the smooth muscles are called as unstriated, visceral and involuntary muscles. Now unstriated. Now if you see the structure of this smooth muscles, they do not have the dark and light bands. There are no stripes on the muscle cells or muscle fibers. So we are calling them as unstriated. It is smooth in appearance. So we are calling it as unstriated muscles. And then coming to visceral, why we are calling it as visceral muscles? It is because These type of muscles are generally found in the tubular or hollow parts of our body, such as intestine, stomach, urinogenital ducts, and blood vessels, etc. So we are calling it as visceral muscles, and then they are also called involuntary muscles. Why they are called involuntary muscles? It is because these muscles do not work according to the will of a person. Yeah, so why we cannot stop the movement of food once it enters in our alimentary canal. It just goes on. Yeah, so that means it is an involuntary action. So these muscles are responsible for involuntary movements. And moving to the structure of this muscle fiber, they are actually spindle shaped and they have tapering ends, that is the pointed ends. And the nucleus is located in the center, and each cell has a single nucleus, so they are uninucleated. And moving on to the functions, this smooth muscles helps in involuntary movements, as I said, movement of the foot, just like the peristaltic movements, the wave-like movements which is brought by contraction and relaxation of smooth muscles for movement of food in the alimentary canal. The third type of muscle tissue is cardiac muscle tissue. Now this cardiac muscle, it is showing the characteristics of both striated muscle and smooth muscle. So how it is resembling the striated muscle and how it is resembling the smooth muscle. Now if you see the structure of this cardiac muscle, they are actually the branched fibers. You can find the branched fibers here, and they are cylindrical in shape just like striated muscle, and also they have striations. So once again I repeat how they are resembling the striated muscles. So they have the dark and light bands, they have striations, at the same time they are cylindrical in shape. Okay, and then moving on to how they are resembling the smooth muscle. So how they are actually uninucleated. So the nucleus is single in each of the muscle cell, and usually they show involuntary movements. So this type of muscle is found in the heart. So this cardiac muscle helps in pumping the blood and distributes the blood throughout the body endlessly from embryonic stage to till death. So once again we will recall the three types of muscle tissues. As I said, this muscle tissue is made up of muscle cells which are called muscle fibers, and muscles generally work by contraction and relaxation of actin and myosin proteins that are present in the muscle cells. And three types of muscle tissues, and their differences is seen here.